What if I told you that you can build strength without moving at all? We've been conditioned to believe that more reps equals more results. But girl, I'm here to tell you in 8 weeks' time, you will have built more strength across your entire body than your single ab workout by just being still. The secret? Isometric holds. Today, I'm going to show you 7 holds that will transform your body and build the foundation for any calisthenics journey you want to take. The days of a sweaty PT screaming at you, "One more rep" are over. And make sure you stick around for all 7, because the last one is one of my all-time favorites and a true test of how strong you really are. Now, before you click away thinking this is all BS, let me hit you with the science. Research shows that isometric training can increase your strength by over 26% in just 8 weeks. But here's what makes it even better. It builds strength and endurance at the same time. Your muscles are under constant tension, which means they're learning to stay strong for longer, not just get stronger for a single rep. And a study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that isometric exercises are actually more effective at lowering blood pressure than cardio. Actual science says that sitting against a wall does more for your heart health than running on a treadmill. Who would have thought it? Okay, now that you know what I'm saying is legit, let's get into the actual exercises. And don't worry, I've added variations for my girlies of all levels. Let's go. Number 1, the plank hold. Let's start with the most obvious one, because I guarantee most of you are doing it wrong. The plank. You've probably done 100 of them. But if you think planks are boring, it's because you're not actually engaging your entire body the way you should be. Here's what a proper plank does. It builds full body tension. It strengthens your core, your shoulders, your arms, and yes, even your glutes. But here's the thing. Most of us just get into a plank position and exist. We're not creating tension. We're just hovering there thinking, what's for dinner? So here's how you actually do it. Get into a plank position with your hands directly under your shoulders. Do not interlock your fingers and flail your elbows out to the side. Your arms should bend at 90 degrees. Now, actively push the ground away from you. Feel your shoulder blades spread. Squeeze your glutes like you're trying to crack a walnut between your butt cheeks. Your entire body should feel like a rigid plank of wood, not a sagging bridge. Start with holding for 20 to 30 seconds with perfect form. Then gradually work your way up to a minute. For my beginner girls, you can try the high plank, chair plank, or wall plank. For my pro plankers, try a high plank with extended arms. Number 2, the push-up hold. Now let's talk about a hold that most women avoid because it's uncomfortable. The bottom position of a push-up. Here's the reality. Most women struggle with push-ups not because they're weak, but because they can't control the bottom position. They drop down, panic, and push back up with sloppy form. So instead of grinding out bad reps, we're gonna hold the hardest part. That's where you build real strength. Lower yourself into the bottom of a push-up. You should be close enough to the floor that you're now intimately familiar with every crumb you forgot to sweep up. Keep your elbows at a 45-degree angle from your body, not flared out to the sides. Maintain a straight line from your head to your heels, just like in a plank. Start by holding for 10 to 20 seconds. If you can't do it on your toes, drop to your knees and build up from there. Number 3, the boat pose. Boat pose, or Navasana for all my yoga girls out there, is one of the most effective exercises for building a strong, defined core. It trains every single layer of your abs at once. The rectus abdominis, the transverse abdominis, and the obliques. But it also strengthens your hip flexors, lower back, and also forces you to find balance. Here's how you do it. Sit on the ground with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Lean back slightly, lift your feet off the ground, and balance on your sitting bones. Keep your chest lifted and your spine long. Don't round your back. Hold on to the backs of your thighs if you need support. That's your starting point. As you get stronger, straighten your legs out and up. Your body should look like a V shape. If you want to challenge yourself, try the low boat variation. Hold any version of this for 20 to 40 seconds to start. Work your way up to a full minute. Number 4, the side plank hold. Now let's target the part of your core that most women completely ignore, the obliques. Your obliques run along the sides of your torso, and they do way more than just create that defined waistline everyone wants. And the side plank is the best way to train them. Lie on your side, prop yourself up on your forearm, and stack your feet on top of each other. Now lift your hips off the ground so your body forms a straight line from your head to your heels. Keep your core tight, your glutes engaged, and your shoulder pressed down and away from your ear. The first time you try this, your entire side will start shaking within 30 seconds. And that's not because you're weak. It's because those muscles have been asleep for years, and now they're waking up. Start by holding for 15 to 30 seconds per side. Work your way up to 60 seconds. If it's too hard, drop your knees to the ground. Or, for the ultimate side plank challenge, try a high side plank with one leg elevated. Number 5, the wall sit. Sounds easy, but don't let that fool you. Girl, this hold is humbling. Here's what it does. It strengthens your quads, glutes, and hamstrings. To do it, stand with your back against a wall and your feet about hip width apart. Slide down until your thighs are parallel to the ground and your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle. Your knees should be directly over your ankles, not past your toes. Press your back flat against the wall, engage your core, and hold. The first 20 seconds feel easy. Then your quads start to burn. Then they start screaming. And then you realize that 60 seconds feels like an eternity. Start with 20 to 30 seconds. Work up to a full minute. And when that gets easy, try lifting one foot off the ground for a single leg wall sit. Good luck. Number 6, the L-sit hold. All right, now we're getting into the advanced stuff. This is the hold that separates casual fitness enthusiasts from people who are serious about building real strength. The L-sit. This is hands down one of the most effective core exercises that exists. It builds unmatched ab strength, it develops what's called compression strength, your ability to lift your legs high and hold them there, while building serious shoulder and tricep strength at the same time. CrossFit athletes say that if you can hold an L-sit for 3 minutes, every other ab exercise becomes easy. Here's how you do it. Sit on the ground with your legs straight out in front of you. Place your hands on the floor next to your hips, fingers pointing forward. Press down through your hands, straighten your arms, and lift your entire body off the ground. Your legs stay straight and parallel to the floor, forming an L shape with your torso. Most people can't hold this for more than 5 seconds on their first try. And that's the point. You're not supposed to master it today. You're supposed to practice it until you do. If you can't lift your body off the ground, use yoga blocks or parallettes if you have them to give yourself more height. A stack of books on either side works too. This hold is brutal, but it's worth it. Once you have a solid L-sit, your core will be stronger than it's ever been. Number 7, the wall handstand hold. And now for the grand finale. The hold that will make you feel unstoppable. The wall-assisted handstand. I know what you're thinking. I can't do a handstand, and you're right. You can't, yet. But that's why we're starting with the wall. Handstands build your shoulders, your triceps, your upper back, and your core like nothing else. It improves your blood circulation, wakes up your brain, and engages your lymphatic system. And it teaches you core stability in a completely different plane of movement. But beyond all of that, it conquers fear. And that's powerful. Here's how you start. Face away from the wall and get into a plank position with your feet near the wall. Walk your feet up the wall while walking your hands back towards the wall until your body is as vertical as you can get it. Start with just 10 seconds. As you get stronger, walk your hands closer to the wall so your body becomes more vertical. Here's how to bring it all together. Plank, 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds. Push-up hold, 3 sets of 10 to 20 seconds. Boat pose, 3 sets of 20 to 40 seconds. Side plank, 3 sets of 15 to 30 seconds. Wall sit, 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds. L sit, 3 sets of 10 to 30 seconds. Wall handstand, 3 sets of 5 to 15 seconds. Each session might feel short, but do this 3 to 4 times a week for 8 weeks, increasing time and sets each week, and I promise you'll feel invincible in a few months' time. If you are just starting out with calisthenics, then check out this video here, where I go through all the basic exercises you should be able to master before getting into the real stuff. Alright, that's it from me. See you next time, gang!